Welcome to this fantastic day. Croeso bore da. It's great to see so many of you here. And I must say, even before you came into this room, there was a real kind of buzz and energy and positivity, which I don't know about you, but I think we need a bit more of at the moment. So welcome. Great to see you, and great to already be reminded of some important things there. And like, for instance, that actually in Wales, we've been having social enterprise since the 19th century. And so much little gems there of stories that I'm sure we'll hear more about. Today we're here as the beginning of 2 days to celebrate the social enterprise sector in Wales. It's Global Entrepreneurship Week, and tomorrow of course is Social Enterprise Day. Now, if you've not met me before, there's lots of faces who I think we've travelled along some of these economic paths in the past, haven't we? I've had a role in terms of television and radio in Wales and across the UK for a couple of decades, and I've been busy in all kinds of economic activity at that time, and it's been a real treat to visit social enterprises over those years, both here in Wales and across the UK, and to really see the contribution they've made. So I must say, for me, it really is a real pleasure to spend a few hours with you this morning as we lay out some of the challenges, some of the opportunities, and also celebrate what's already been done. Because this, of course, is the first Social Enterprise Wales event, a day that will bring together policymakers, academics, advisors, social entrepreneurs, and I tell you, some really inspiring speakers. So if you came here feeling positive this morning, and I'm sure you did, you're going to go home even more positive, I can guarantee about that. Now, you certainly don't need me to remind you the fragility of our economy, the European economy and the global economy at the moment. In fact, in the last few minutes, the latest unemployment figures will have been published, and one can't imagine that people will be jumping for joy about those, although I'd hate to predict them and make you all think that we journalists are always negative. They could be good. But anyway, we are every day, aren't we, being reminded of the fragility of the system that we've had for so many years. And many of us have already noticed, I'm sure, that we have changed the way that we're spending, the way that we behave with money, either because we don't have as much money as we did have, or we're worried about losing it, friends and family are losing it, and that kind of thing. And that change in our behaviour is already being seen. Now, you probably noticed that MPs yesterday debated the price of petrol and diesel. And wasn't it interesting that the AA was saying that already 70% of people have started to change their behaviour about petrol? Well, at times like now of economic turmoil across the world, we're all in various ways changing the way that we behave with business, with money, and our relationship with those. I certainly know that I have, and in our family, we are thinking differently about the way we shop, let's say, than perhaps we did 10 years ago. Now, the theme of today's conference, as we saw already, is ready, willing, and able, because actually this economic climate and consumers' changing attitudes offers a whole host of opportunities for social enterprises. So the focus of today is really how to be ready, willing, and able, and how social enterprises in Wales can make the most of those opportunities. Now, we saw some figures there, didn't we, about the impact of social enterprises here in Wales. Well, here's some UK figures of what's already happening without people picking up those opportunities. They contribute £24 billion into the UK economy and employ 800,000 people. So a real force to be reckoned with already. And today is about growing and developing, so just wait to see what happens. Today is also about learning from each other. There are some social enterprises here who have been very successful businesses, are very successful businesses. We'll be hearing how they got there, what went wrong, and what went well, and what perhaps is in progress next. And there are also social enterprises here today who haven't grown yet, but you're all going to leave so dynamic that we will definitely be keeping an eye on you afterwards. And even, in fact, the organisation of this event is an example of people coming together. Organised by the Wales Cooperative Centre and the Welsh Social Enterprise Coalition with the support from the Welsh Government. Also supported by Cylch Quality Learning, University of Glamorgan and the Big Lottery Fund. The organisers, of course, would like to thank everybody who's done their bit to make these 2 days possible. Now, it's all very organised, you know. There's a breakout networking session, as you'll know from your very organised little things around your neck during the day. And there's, in fact, a plasma screen in the cafe and also in the theatre that will help you find where you need to go. Also, a whole host of really helpful staff to tell you where to go. There's also a room called The Zone where you can write your thoughts, your questions and your comments. And they, of course, you know, can be used in terms of learning more from each other and linking people up during the 2 days. And there are also people joining this conference online. And there's live web streaming as well. So hello to everyone who's joining us that way at the moment. And also, of course, Twitter. And so we'll be keeping a close eye at what's happening in this Twitter sphere. We have a whole team of people here. They're going to be telling us as things come up on there. So see what I mean about not just good organisation, but teamwork. We've got every area covered and everyone can join in. So let's get going. And what better way than to start from hearing from the Welsh Government Minister who's responsible for social enterprise, someone with a real passion and a real lasting passion for social enterprise. Edwina Hart was elected to the first Assembly in 1999 and became the first Finance Secretary. And then after 2003, she took on the newly created Social Justice portfolio, which included social enterprise. She spent 4 years in health, hardly a long way away from some of the achievements made by good social enterprise, of course, and is now Business Minister responsible for social enterprise once again. Ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome the Minister for Business, Enterprise and Technology and Science, Edwina Hart.